I'm Paul Barrett, CEO of Rome Resources. We're active in the DRC, exploring for tin. We've just raised 4.2 million to help us extend that program through the next year.
Paul, good to see you again. Yeah, saw the headlines and wanted to reach out and find out a little bit more. I mean, tough market. So go and raise 4.2 million. Well done for a start. Where did it come from?
It came from, well, effectively it's come from a connection that we have in DRC with an entrepreneur who's active in a number of businesses, primarily commodity petroleum products, those kind of trading, but also has a mining venture. This is the company called Stanvic, which is going to be the shareholder, which has a number of leases, exploration production leases in DRC, along with one which is a joint venture with Ivanhoe. So they already know the space, they know tin, they know the business quite well. So it's a good endorsement of our business that he's happy to put in over 4 million. And
presumably not non-brokers, so no silly broker fees.
No, it's very cost effective in that respect. 99% of that money we'll use putting in the ground.
Okay, good. Okay, well, look, so just with this person, they're not politically connected or any of that sort of stuff. Are they influential? Do they have big business interests in DRC?
Well, he's the principal of the business. Stephanie Rung is an entrepreneur from Lubumbashi, down in the south, in the cotton belt. So that's where he's done most of his business. We don't believe we've done DD. We don't believe there's any government influence around that. Basically, a successful entrepreneur who wants to invest in our business.
Okay. Well, let's talk about what you're going to do with it in a second. Maybe it might be worth sort of giving people new to this story a little run up in terms of what's happened this year, because you've got after it this quite quickly. So maybe, if you don't mind, a little summary.
Sure. So the two prospects, Kalayi and Mont Agoma. So we've been drilling using 4 rigs on that. We've completed pretty much all of the Kalayi drilling. We only have, at the moment, it's been quite frustrating, but we've only got the assays from the two Kalayi holes back. But we do have indications, obviously, from what we've seen in the core of tin in Kalayi. So we're hoping that we've basically just about finished the Kalayi program, and we can wrap that up and potentially put out a resource on that. Mont Agoma's slightly different. We're drilling. We've just, in fact, the last couple of days, put together a plan for another 6 or 8 drill holes in the core part of going underneath the core part of the prospect, where we've got the good grades from the historical drilling. Again, we're not seeing assays yet. We're hoping. I mean, I'm really hoping we can get something out before Christmas. Obviously, we've only got a few days now, but I'm hoping that we can get some assays out. And Mont Agoma is showing, good tin, copper, as well as the zinc, etc. As we've said all along. So this additional program, which will probably now take us at least another couple of months to get after, basically chasing where that tin's going at depth.
Right. Okay. So obviously, some of the programs that you're outlining there will be funded from the money that you've raised. Is there anything else that the money's going to be directed towards? Given you're saying the vast majority of it will go on the ground.
Yes. I mean, we are looking at a kind of a little more of an exploration program as well. A bit of geophysics. I mean, LiDAR, which is basically just a really high definition topographic mapping that strips away all the vegetation. So it's in that part of the world, it's effectively jungle. You cannot see the surface. And so this will give us a very high definition picture of basically the bedrock as it stands. Very little exposure in this area. So that's a very useful tool. We will then tie that into potentially more soil sample geochemistry, which was very successful the last time around. We're also looking at kind of work to do in terms of regional geology. We may do some magnetics, I don't know. And we are potentially looking at how far this play extends and whether we should be looking at more acreage. So all those things from a very detailed kind of picture of the prospect through to regional exploration is what we're going to do as well. as well as the drilling.
Right. Okay. But so the kind of, I guess the big moment from you we should expect in 2025 is moving towards that resource, right? Is it going to be big enough? I'm just looking at some of the conversations we're having out there. Lots of companies sort of changing plans, adjusting plans because markets, not kind of working for them, certainly down at the Explorco type level. Are you sure you're going to get the right reception that you want and you desire if you put out a resource too quickly?
Well, I don't think we'll do that quick. I think the plan will be, of course, the board, because we're still digesting the fact that we're now quite healthily couched up, that what our exact program is going to be. But I think intuitively we would put out the Kalayi resource because we've pretty much finished the drilling there right now. Mont Agoma, I think we really need to put in another 6 to 8, maybe even more holes before we can confidently come up with a bigger number. And that's the name of the game. We can put out a number now, but why do that when we're drilling and we're hoping to put out a bigger number within a couple of months' time, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, thanks very much for picking up the phone. Appreciate that. This is a little end of year catch up, and obviously with the news out with the raise, it was kind of timely. So, have a great Christmas.
Same to you.
We'll see you in the new year.
Yeah. Okay, Matthew. Thanks a lot.